Alright guys, this is Darcys 1982 Chevy GMC van. Full-size van, 1982 G20, light duty 3/4 ton. And it has got a small block Chevy. It's got a 350 and we are going to cam it, put heads on it, intake, carb, headers, exhaust, and generally tune it up for a little bit of fun. The old van's gonna have some go. Alright, so the top end's gonna come off. Distributor, intake manifold, rocker arms, heads. Let's go. Alright, well, in true Days of Glory Shopworks fashion, my battery died within the first few minutes of filming. So here we are now, we're down to the short block, camshaft out. I've got the camshaft gasket surfaces, or the timing chain cover surfaces cleaned up. The timing chain was directly wore out. The cylinders have minimal wear in them. We're pretty happy with it. We're gonna run it anyway. And this is where we're sitting right now. I got a little more cleaning to do on the cylinder head gasket surfaces, and I am going to stop and show you the camshaft. So this is a comp cam grind, and it is camshaft number 12242-2. It is an XE268H10. And we have got 224, 231 duration at 50 thou and 477 and 480 load lift with 110 degree center line. Yeah. So this should be a nice little happy cam for this thing. Now, as it goes, this engine is about 8.6 to 1 compression, bone stock. And we are putting on some better cylinder heads. And we're using cylinder heads that you know, the best of money can't buy. So we went with, through Summit Racing, we went with Flotec, F-L-O-T-E-K, F-L-O-T-E-K, aluminum cylinder heads. And they are a Chinesium unit, but they do have a they got a 200cc intake runner, and I think a 76cc exhaust, and a 64 or 62cc chamber, 64cc chamber. And then we're going to top that off with a Summit Racing dual plane intake manifold. This is their stage 2, I believe, and it is going to fit pretty nice. Of course, we put it in purple people eater purple. So yeah. Darcy and I are going to keep on going on this thing for a little while yet, and then we'll pick you up tomorrow, and when we're getting ready to put cylinder heads on. Stay tuned, it's getting good. Alright, here we are. I got the head surfaces cleaned up, and the head gaskets are in place. And we're ready to lay cylinder heads in. Let's get to it. One head in place. Now we're going to throw the bolts in. I've lubed the head of the bolts with ARP lube and some high temp thread sealant on the inside because they all go into the water jack. guys, cylinder heads are in place and we are getting ready to torque them down. I got to double check the torque specs for these Flowtech cylinder heads, and then we will get them torqued and move on to the next part, camshaft. Torqued. All right, both cylinder heads are torqued on there. Time to put the camshaft in and lifters, and then we can line up our rocker arm guide plates and torque down the rocker studs. So we are rocking. We got our rocker arms on and we got an initial valve set done. Cams in, timing chain of gears are on, heads and timing cover. So we're getting close. Next up, intake manifold and distributor. Alright guys, it is Sunday. We started doing this on Friday. Now, the last little clip of video you saw was Darcy working on the exhaust. He has since completed the exhaust. Now, we were exhausted about 1 o'clock in the morning last night. At least that's when I got home. I don't know about him. But here is the exhaust we get to work with. Full bolt-on purple Hornies. H-pipe, a la Darcy. Purple Horny. Full long tube headers. And I'll show you right here, this header, this is directly brand new, and we had to kink the header out are in right there to get some clearance against the frame. We had the clearance for the brake lines. This header on the driver's side, we had to pull it out 2 more times just so we could elongate the bolt holes. I haven't had to do that to a set of headers. Well, elongate the bolt holes anyway, tweak them a little bit, sure. But with the vast amount of room in this van, you could easily have moved these header tubes over and still had room for the starter and everything. Like, it's crazy what they ended up doing. But the exhaust is on, coolant is in it, and when we bring the van down, I will show you where we're sitting. All right, here we are. We've got Summit Racing 600 CFM carburetor, vacuum secondaries, electric choke, hooked up. We have got stock GM HEI distributor. We've got Hedman headers that fit questionably. Pro-Comp valve covers with the Chevy bow tie and all polished up nice. We've got a Summit Racing Stage 2 intake manifold, Comp Cams, Extreme Energy 268 camshaft, and new time and chain of gears, new crank seal, and the cylinder heads are the aforementioned Flowtech 200cc intake cylinder heads. So we're plumbed. We've got oil in it. We have pre-filled the oil filter. We have got gas in the carburetor. We've got coolant in the engine. Even the power steering fluid's been topped up. We are ready to fire. All right, Darcy, key on and give it 1 pump of fuel. Crank it. Okay, 2 pumps and crank it. All right, 2 more pumps. We're still not drawing fuel, so. Yep. Yeah. Oh, we have a fuel leak. Hold on. Okay, got to change out 1 fuel clamp for a hose clamp style. You know, the timing sounds awful late on it. Yeah. Let's adjust the timing. All right, let's just rotate the distributor a little bit. All right, try firing it up there. A little too far. Okay.
Good?
Yep. Right there. Well, let's go back this way then.
Ready?
Yep. Okay, just wait. Pull that hose off up this way. All right. And we're gonna go a little bit more. There we go. You're at about 9 degrees. Oh, crank it. No, never mind, you're good.
Header's got warm.
Yep. Yeah, they're starting to blister paint actually. Oh, hang on, we got an oil leak.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, to get all the way up there it would have to be
You didn't spill any oil, did you?
negative.
Okay. Yeah, it's got to be this valve cover gasket. Okay. We're going to have to pull a couple things apart and fix it. Alright, Darcy.
Yeah.
After a fuel leak, not an oil leak, after a fuel leak, let's hit her again.
Alright. Okay, baby.
Alright, so we have completed the camshaft break-in. All lobes have survived this ordeal. The engine's got some snap to it, got a really healthy lope at idle, and we also have a fresh oil change going in it right now. So we're gonna take out the break-in oil and break-in additive, and we're gonna put in some fresh oil and some fresh zinc additive, as well as just go over and check that everything's still tight. And we're gonna let it heat soak and cool down, and then fire it up again, and we're just about done. It's running good.